It's Yash. So this is a good one. We talk a lot about, people in society talk how to overcome things. How do you overcome anxiety and bipolar and mental health issues and a weak nervous system or whatever, chronic pain, health issues you have? How do we overcome it? What's the solution? What's the next thing? but who's talking about how do you accept it? Because the two things go together. If I'm constantly fixated on trying to solve something there may not be any real solution for it. You might can get your situation a little better and come into some balance. But as far as curing, so to speak, a lot of these mental health issues, nervous system disorders, you're not gonna have like a brand new body maybe that you did the way you did when you were a baby, you see, where everything was just kind of synchronized, everything was good, no symptoms. So how do you accept it? How do you accept your situation? If you got like super heavy duty chronic anxiety and there's this inner turmoil, this restlessness, this constant on edge feeling, and you're always trying to escape it through some kind of thing, usually some addictions or trying to get dopamine hits or going to places that distract you so much that you don't feel this your own inner body, which it just ends up making it worse in the long run. When the real answer is to accept it. When you accept something and you stop fighting it, your mind makes less noise. And then actually your intuition you can start hearing it because the mind's not overriding it with all of its obsessive compulsive thinking. Your intuition might guide you better then. You might attract a person or situation or a book or a video or something that can give you some real pointers that can actually help you to rise above this anxiety or mental health issues, bipolar, etc. You may get some, and it doesn't have to be some major operation or brain surgery, nothing like. It could just be a little pointer like, you know what, stop going around these people or places, that's causing you stress. Or why not move to maybe a tropical climate and get out of this cold winter high altitude place or something. Or why not spend more time with this person? They seem to radiate some good energy and I somehow feel more relaxed when I'm with them, and they share some things sometimes that when I follow it makes me feel lighter. It's like medicine and it helps my symptoms. See, intuition starts guiding you. That's your real doctor. There's some saying, thy physician heal thyself. I'm talking about the inner physician. So something has to come to terms with the fact that you might have a different body than the so-called average person. But the thing you got to realize is your happiness isn't contingent upon you having a body that measures up to your average person as far as the definition of what standard health is. See, you got to spend more time developing and realizing your inner spiritual nature than trying to compare yourself to others and live up to some mental concept of what health looks like. And then feeling deprived or bad or negative that you can't seemingly do things or exist in a state that you project and think other people are existing in. You got to let all that go. And then you'll feel that right there is medicinal. If you let all that go, your symptoms are going to get better right there. And when you have chronic anxiety, which is deeply related to an imbalanced nervous system, you really got to pay attention to what you're doing in life. Who you're hanging out with, your environment, your climate. You want to stay balanced. Don't get overly cold. Don't get overly hot. Don't go in situations where you get so stimulated that you kind of lose yourself and you feel awkward, or don't put yourself in situations with people where it's like you don't belong there. You're on a different frequency. They're talking about certain things. You're not interested. But yet, if you stay there, then you notice your anxiety gets worse. It could be with family, friends, or anybody. Pay attention to that. Remove yourself. Stay with yourself. Watch videos. God will send you somebody at some point. If you honor your truth and authenticity, you're going to manifest. God's going to send you somebody, and you'll have a buddy. And if you have just one, you got more than easily the majority of people on the planet. There's people think they have thousands of friends. Oh, I got so many friends. They don't have nothing. What's the definition of real friend? You got real chemistry. You got an inner bond inside. You feel like you're with yourself. That's the best definition. You're with your own self in another form. There's an automatic compassion and empathy and understanding for each other. It's just there. I'll give you a good example. I got a friend in Florida. He's probably my longest friend now. I've known him for, I don't know, almost 35 years. We were in high school together, just got in trouble all the time, and so here I am. I'm pretty fit. My diet's clean. Got a spiritual practice, etc. I took a picture of him like some years ago. It was a great picture. He's 400 pounds. He had a beer in one hand. He recently quit. Beef jerky in the other hand, and a cigarette in his mouth. It's like, yeah. But see, that's on a deeper level, we're like this, man. I have total acceptance for what he does or doesn't do. He has total acceptance and understanding of what I do and don't do. Doesn't matter. We're relating to each other on a level that most people don't relate to on. We can't really get mad at each other. You like cross all those levels, you know? I call it game day. There's certain, and it always happens. If you're with somebody, at some point, it's gonna bring up a certain position in them, in a certain position in you, and then there's going to be like a little bit of a war or something. And that's going to determine if you make it through that. Either you're not going to ever talk again, you'll just be done, or you're going to be at a deeper level of intimacy. There's a few of those game days that have to happen, and once you cross those levels, I have a few people like that. We've already crossed the levels. Once you cross, you're done. You're good. Can never really have any trouble again. Maybe superficially or something, you know. I hit his shoulder sometimes when I see him. He doesn't like that. I've been doing that since we were 12 years old. I can't help it. I like to do it. I like to hear that noise. So God will send you somebody if you honor yourself and you stop doing things that you know isn't good. You see, it's like we gotta somehow give a little. We gotta change. Like we gotta be willing. We gotta put some effort in to get the good stuff. So that's why I constantly say, look at your lifestyle, do inventory, and check yourself. If you got anxiety and a sensitive nervous system, you need to really pay attention to your lifestyle. Other people can do things and kind of get away with it. They may not suffer as much, or they may not feel the suffering, the symptoms like you. But see, if you have a sensitive nervous system, you're gonna feel everything. So you gotta realize you're like different. But there's a positive to that too. There's a girl I know, she's 25, and she's different. She's sensitive, she's an old soul. And but the problem is we live in a society, if you're different, you're gonna get punished. And then she started thinking there's something wrong with her. Oh, maybe there's some issues inside. I need to go do some inner work, and I'm holding on to some kind of suppression or trauma. I need to because I can't get along with these people. You know, I feel insecure and anxiety when I'm around those people. I'm trying to tell her, you're supposed to. Those aren't your people. You're so-called, I don't really like saying this word, depends how I'm using it though in the context. I'm like, you're special. That's what I want to say. you have a deeper sense of awareness and sensitivity to things other people don't have. So you're picking up all these impressions that your average person don't pick up on. So yeah, you're going to be feeling different. It's not about like you have unresolved work. Sometimes a person does. You have to intuit that and check that out. But with her, I don't feel that at all. It's just she's at an age where like she hasn't stepped into her true power yet and own that. You see? You got to go through that. There's no way to escape it. Like, this is the maturing evolutionary process. We got to suffer a little bit. The people that are more sensitive and that are really, what do they call them, indigo kids and all that, they're going to suffer a little bit. But then later, they're going to be a shining light. You just got to go through that. What to say? I don't know. God will send you people to help you, though. Pay attention when the universe sends you somebody. Because when they send you somebody, they're not going to be... You got to recognize that they're for you, because they're not going to chase you down and beg you to, like, listen, I have this, I want to inspire you, like, I know where you're at, I want to give you this knowledge. They won't do that because they know about timing. You have to show that you're interested in that, and then they'll give it to you. That happened to me when I was 16. This guy saved my life. I was so confused and felt so weird and out of like, I was so just not part of this whole human show. I'm like, wow, beyond different. Got in trouble all the time, no matter what. I tried as hard as I could, like, to do good or to not get in trouble. I'd still get in trouble. I just couldn't help it because I didn't belong here. Like, this isn't my planet. So just the vibration, it would just cause trouble. And I met a guy that explained that to me. He says, no, man, you're looking at it opposite. You're good. Because he was like that, you see? So God sends you people to help you. Just be open. And you got to make a start. You got to already be wanting, something has to be ready for this. And then God will give it to you. Don't worry about it. It happens automatically. All right. See you.